we're very happy that we can present the international premiere of Stoker by Park Chan-wook. Park Chan-wook is one of the most successful and critically acclaimed directors of South Korea. He's won numerous awards in his career. For example, Old Boy won the Grand Jury Prize in 2004. Stoker is the first film that he made in the United States, and I think it's a truly impressive work of art. I'm sure that the images of the film will stay with you for a long time to come. Of course, we are very, very honored that he's here. Give him a very warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Park Chan-wook. And may I introduce his translator, Jean No from Screen. Welcome. It's great to have you.
Thank you.
Stoker is the first film you made in the United States. I'm curious, was it very different for you to make a film in the United States than it is to Korea? I mean, are there different possibilities working in the United States, or is being on the set the same anywhere?
예, 근본적으로는 비슷한데요. 제일 큰 다른 점은 인건비들이 너무 비싸가지고 빨리빨리 찍어야 돼요. 그래서 슈팅 데이가 한국에서의 절반밖에 안 됐어요. 너무 정신없이 찍어서 내가 정말 잘 찍고 있는지 겁이 날 때가 많았는데 다행히 편집을 해보니까 별 문제는 없더라고요.
I think the basic elements are pretty much the same, but the most different thing is that because labor costs are so high there, you really have to shoot very quickly, and so the number of shooting days was actually about half as much as I would use in Korea. And so because I was shooting so quickly, I did worry about whether I was doing it properly or not, but thankfully it all turned out well.
Thanks also, I guess, to very strong actresses in the film.
Yeah.
What was it like to work with Nicole Kidman and Mia Wasikowska?
예, 그 둘뿐만 아니라 조연으로 재키 위버도 나왔는데 세 여배우들이 전부 호주 출신이었어요. 그래서 매튜 굿이라는 남자 주인공은 영국 사람이고 그 세 여배우와 함께 디너하는 씬이 있었는데 그 장면을 볼 때마다 저는 웃음이 나오는 게 이 정말 기가 센 호주 세 여배우한테 둘러싸인 그 이 영국 남자 어쩔 줄 몰라 하는 그 표정들이 볼 때마다 웃깁니다.
So it's not only those two actresses, but also one of the supporting actress, Jackie Weaver, there. And actually, all three of these actresses are from Australia. And the male lead, Matthew Good, is, of course, a British actor. And there's a scene actually where the three actresses are sitting around a dinner table with Matthew Good. And every time I see that scene, I laugh because it's just three really strong Australian women and one British guy who really doesn't know how to handle it.
Do you think there's cultural differences between the United States and Asia that makes it different or difficult to develop a theme or a story?
예, 뭐 각본 단계에서 많은 토론을 거쳤는데 문화적인 차이로 인한 어려운 의견 차이는 별로 없었던 것 같아요. 영화를 하는 사람들끼리는 워낙 그들도 한국 영화를 많이 봤고 나도 미국 영화를 많이 봤고 서로를 잘 알고 있는 상태에서 시작을 했으니까 뜻밖에도 그런 차이는 별로 없었습니다.
So we had a lot of discussion while we were at the stage of writing the script, but I don't think we had any differences of opinion because of cultural differences, because we're all filmmakers, we're all people working in film, and they had seen a lot of Korean films and I had seen a lot of American films, and so I realized in that process that unexpectedly we really didn't have that many cultural differences.
다만 유럽이나 아시아의 감독이 왕이라면 미국에서의 감독은 대통령이다라는 비유가 있듯이 뭔가 의회를 대통령이 설득하듯이 계속 이야기를 해서 설득을 해야 그러니까 합의가 되어야 어떤 결정이나 수정이 이루어진다는 점. 그러니까 감독이 뭐 난 그냥 이게 좋아라고 해서 되지는 않는다는 점이 좀 다르긴 다르더라고요.
The only thing is that perhaps in Europe or in Asia, you would say that the director is king, whereas in America, the director is like a president, and he has to convince the Congress, and he has to keep talking to the Congress and convincing them and creating a consensus until you get to the decision to change something. And the director can't just say, well, I like this, and this is how I'm going to do it. That's one of the differences.
Okay, it's very clear. You prefer monarchy.
꼭 그런 것만은 아니에요. 사실 그게 편하죠. 그런데 그러니까 설득과 논쟁은 귀찮긴 한데 하다 보면 내 논리가 좀 정교화 된달까? 그리고 좀 더 필터링도 되고 하니까 꼭 나쁜 것만은 아니더라고요.
It's not necessarily so, actually. One of the good things about having to do all this convincing and arguing is that in that process, my logic becomes more specific and refined. There's a filtering process, and so it's not just that I'm absolutely right all the time.
Okay. I'd like to ask you a little bit about your filmic references that were important to you in the film, because when I watched it, I saw a lot of Hitchcock, I saw a lot of Cronenberg, David Lynch, but to me these are obviously all Western directors. Am I correct that mostly Western directors were influential for you when you made this film, or is this my very limited frame of reference?
어떤 특정한 영화를 만들 때 어떤 특정한 감독의 영향이라는 것은 별로 없는 것 같아요. 다만 이 영화의 각본은 웬트워스 밀러라는 작가가 썼는데 그 작가가 이미 Shadow of Doubt의 영향을 강하게 받은 것이라서 그 상태로 나에게 왔기 때문에 이 영화에서의 히치콕의 영향은 확실히 강합니다. 그런데 그 전에 제가 만든 영화들을 생각하면 그냥 온갖 영향들이 다 뒤섞여서 있는 거죠. 그래서 한국의 김기영 감독에서 시작해서 뭐 구로사와 아키라 같은 일본 사람, 또 많은 서양 사람들의 영향들이 다 그냥 다 온통 다 뒤섞여 있다고 보시면 되겠습니다.
So I think for any specific film, it's hard to say that any specific director has influenced me. But in the case of Stoker, Wentworth Miller, the screenwriter, already had Shadow of a Doubt in mind, and so that was a strong influence on this particular film. That's why you can feel the Hitchcockian influence. But if you look at my other films, I think there were all sorts of different influences that were mixed into them. For instance, from Korea, the director Kim Ki-young, or from Japan, Kurosawa Akira, and then all sorts of Western directors as well. And so you could say there's all sorts of different influences mixed together in my films.
Thank you. I'd like to ask you about one of the things that I admire most in your film is the incredible sense of style. I mean, visually it's so accomplished. How do you, as a director, manage to have such a level of control that the film becomes to look visually so perfect, so elegant?
우선 스토리보드를 철저하게 만들어요. 정말 처음부터 끝까지 그냥 평범한 대화 장면일지라도 다 만들고 다 그리고 이미 편집이 다 되어 있는 상태죠. 그러니까 촬영 현장에 가기 전에 이미 머릿속에 영화는 다 완성이 되어 있습니다. 그리고 그 단계에서 나 혼자만 하는 게 아니라 DP, 또 프로덕션 디자이너들과 미리 많은 이야기를 하면서 진행해요. 그리고 로케이션 스카우팅도 하면서 스토리보드를 만들기 때문에 스토리보드를 했는데 현장 가보니까 상황이 다르다, 이런 일이 없는 거죠. 아마 그것이 그런 비결일 것 같습니다.
So I'm always very strict about making storyboards before I go into production, and from the very beginning to the very end, and even for just really ordinary scenes. And so it's already edited in my head before I go to shoot. And in my head, the film is already completed. And while I'm doing the storyboards, I work with the director of photography and also with the production designer and talk with them a lot through that process. And also, we do the location scouting and factor that into the storyboarding so that it's not as if we arrive on the scene and then discover that it's all going to be different from the storyboards because of the location.
So I imagine the idea of shoes was already part of the film very early. Can we talk about shoes without saying too much about the film? Because shoes play an important part, I think.
네. 예, 그렇죠. 그게 이제 주어진 각본에서 제가 수정한 여러 가지 중에 추가한 여러 가지 중에 하나이고요. 그러니까 한 영화의 90% 이상이 스토리보드 그대로라고 보시면 돼요. 히치콕도 그랬다고 하지만 히치콕은 그렇기 때문에 현장에 와서 지루해했다고 하죠. 이미 머릿속에 다 있는 거 그냥 찍기만 하는 거기 때문에 지루했다고 하지만 저는 좀 그렇진 않아요. 아무리 계획을 해도 스토리보드에 연기까지 그릴 수는 없기 때문에 현장에 와서 배우들의 연기가 새로운 것이 내가 예상치 못한 것이 나오면 거기에 맞춰서 좀 수정을 합니다. 그런 것이 한 10% 정도 이루어지는 거고 나머지는 거의 그대로 만들어지죠. 그래서 말씀하신 구두에 관계된 것이나 모든 이 영화는 특히 그 크로스 커팅이 많은 영화라서 장면 사이에 장면 전환, 그 트랜지션이 굉장히 중요한 영화인데 그런 것들도 전부 다 계획된 대로 거의 됐습니다.
Yes, you're right. That's one of the things that I added to the script that I was given. It's one of the many things that I added, and you can actually think of one film, about 90% of any film, as already finished in the storyboards. And actually, Hitchcock, it was said that because he did that the same way with the storyboards, he would be really bored on set because he already had it in his head. But no matter how much storyboarding I do, I don't get to that point because I think one thing that you can't storyboard is the acting. And that's what happens when you get on set. You'll find new things, and that's the other 10% of the film, and you end up doing things to go with the acting or the new things that you'll discover. And another one of the things is, and of course the shoes that you referred to, that was an idea that we went in with from the beginning. But another thing that's important in this film is the cross-cutting, because there are a lot of scenes that are cross-cut against each other, and the transitional points are very important in the film as well. And that, of course, I had planned in advance as well.
Thank you. What's your new project? I'm very curious. Can you tell us anything about it?
Yes. 제가 사실 미국 영화를 하고 싶다고 어려서부터 생각한 이유 중에 제일 큰 거는 꼭 서부극을 해보고 싶어서였어요. 그래서 그런 기회를 꼭 얻고 싶은데 그러니까 그런 희망을 갖고 지금 작품을 준비하고 있고 그 다음에는 한국 영화를 하나 준비하고 있는 게 있고요. 그것은 사이보그지만 괜찮아와 스토커에 이은 그 소녀의 성장 3부작이라고 부를 수 있을 겁니다. 그리고 그 다음부터는 미국과 한국을 오가면서 일하고 싶어요.
So actually something that I'd always wanted to do since the time I was a child was to make a Western. I'd always wanted to try that. And so that's something that I'm working towards and I'm hoping to do and I'm preparing for right now. And the next film after that, I want to do a Korean film that would, along with my other films, I'm a Cyborg, but It's Okay, and Stoker, would create a trilogy of girls coming-of-age films. And after that, I want to go back and forth between America and Korea making films.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Park Chan-wook. Ladies and gentlemen, Park Chan-wook.